The Pentagon is now backing President Trump's plan to create a new military branch dedicated to fighting in space. Vice President Mike Pence and Defense Secretary Jim Mattis laid out a blueprint yesterday for the United States Space Force. David Martin is at the Pentagon with the latest. David, good morning.
Good morning. Only Congress can create a new military service, and as yet there is no estimate for how much the Space Force would cost. But according to Vice President Pence, it could happen by 2020.
Today, other nations are seeking to disrupt our space-based systems and challenge American supremacy in space as never before.
Like the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard, the new Space Force would prepare for war. A war in space against countries like Russia and China. The U.S. military depends on some 140 satellites, including this $250 million GPS satellite, for everything from communications to targeting the enemy. But Air Force Secretary Heather Wilson says many of those satellites were built at a time when there was no threat of attack.
We built the glass houses before the invention of stones.
The threat to U.S. satellites has been increasing since 2007, when China used a ground-based anti-satellite weapon to shoot down one of its old weather satellites 530 miles above the Earth. General Jay Raymond showed 60 Minutes the results.
This is about 3,000 pieces of debris just from that one event.
That came just from that one collision?
Just from that one collision.
Defense Secretary James Mattis was originally opposed to the Space Force idea, writing in a 2017 letter it would add layers of bureaucracy. But his position seems to be changing.
We are in complete alignment with the President's concern about protecting our assets in space.
As the Commander-in-Chief continues to push the idea.
Space Force. People love that.
There are currently about 18,000 men and women in uniform involved in space operations. Although President Trump says the Space Force would be separate and equal to the other branches, it would be by far the smallest of the military services. Glad?
All right, David Martin, thank you very much.